Hey guys, my name is Billion. I just wanted to share some words of guidance, some words of advice. Maybe you're going through something in your head, or maybe you just not knowing where you're at in life with yourself. If you feel lost, maybe not sure which way to turn, which way to go, or you just seem to be getting the same results. First things first is God's first, always. Without God, nothing's possible. Nothing will ever show its light to you, and you'll never get to see those doors open. When you start believing, you start seeing those doors slowly open. And as you learn your life lessons, they start opening more often, and you start getting better results. Um, I wasn't a believer in religion. I wasn't a believer in God. Not to say I didn't believe in it. Just at the time, a couple years ago, a few years back, I'm more of a facts guy. So you kind of got to show me the facts. I used to always tell myself, man, I call on God, but He never answers. He never answers the phone. It turns out He really was. So I've been blessed, very humble. I humble myself very much. I was blessed to see 38 states. I've done a lot of traveling. I've seen a lot of places, a lot of scenery, a lot of ethnicities, different cultures. It's really cool. It's really awesome. The whole time I was asking myself, why God never answers the phone? And really, He was answering the phone every time. I was very blessed to see all those places. I actually just left Hawaii, back in San Antonio, Texas. Um, I just wish I had some words of guidance a couple years back when I was going through it, financially, mentally, spiritually. Just didn't know who I was, and I would look in the mirror sometimes, not even recognize my own face. So I started searching and started doing some little soul searching. What's my purpose in life? Who am I? Why am I here? I know I'm not just here to work and pay bills and die. And really is a lot much more to it. Be making some other videos soon from here, talking about my experiences, life experiences, and more guidance. I feel like I have a mission here on Earth, and it's just to enlighten people of, one man's journey into life, and how I changed it, how I'm changing it, and how life will change for the better. I grew up in a rougher side of town, but always got the lesson out of everything. I always saw everything as there was a lesson to it. A lot of times, a lot of the relationships, I put a lot into it, vice versa, maybe. It just depends how it was, and I wouldn't seem to get the results I wanted. Turns out people are not supposed to be in your life if they ain't supposed to be in your life. The people that are supposed to be in your life will be in your life, and they'll stay because that's who's meant to be. Not every girl, not every guy is supposed to stick around forever, or you force him or they force you. It's supposed to just be mutual feelings. It's always about loyalty first. The love will come with it after, gradually, naturally. That's love, not forced love or anything in between that. Really, it's all about loyalty, being loyal to yourself, loyal to God, doing the right thing every time, and balancing yourself, balancing your emotions, balancing your life, not letting life get the best of you, not letting your emotions get the best of you, not letting people get the best of you. Those people around you that do tend to make you upset, they ain't supposed to be in your life. You need to cut them. You need to cut that. You need to work on yourself instead of working on others and trying to fix others, when really you should be focused and working on yourself, as the other person should also as well. I noticed I saw, as I would travel, starting my traveling days, I would see a lot of synchronizing numbers. I would see 111, 222, 333. Addresses, phones, times, whatever. Uh, Started looking into it. Turns out, they're spiritual numbers, guidance numbers, life numbers. I'll get a little more into that. Um, but as you see those are signs that you're headed in the right direction. Keep going, don't stop. The more you see the numbers, the more you're doing right. You must be doing something right. They're not just there coincidentally. There, you'll notice the numbers, you'll see the signs, and you'll catch it more often. Keep going. keep going, always do the right thing, and you'll see as those doors start opening, you'll get closer to God. And not say you're gonna go to church every Sunday. It's just saying you open your heart, you open your mind, you balance yourself, and if nobody else is watching you, God's watching you. So always do the right thing. You go to sleep easy every night. So with those numbers, kind of, looked into it, and with that, it took me to my life number, which my life number is 11. It's a master number 11. With that being said, there's a life number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So simply what you do is you add your birthday up all the way down until it gets to a single digit. In my case, when you add mine up, it equals to 11. So with the 11s, that is, it's a unique and it's a powerful vibration number. So you tend to get a lot of dreamers, inspiration. You get inventive, deep thinkers, deep dreamers, visionaries. And when you break down that 11, it also turns to 2. So it's life number 2 also. Those tend to be empaths and peace, harmony makers, and people that just tend to be into the community, giving back, helping others, wanting to do good. With that being said, there's also master number 22, which they tend to be more adventurous, more extreme, more about on the edge of life. They're very successful, very knowledgeable, master builders. Very, very knowledgeable people, very smart. They can get the job done and keep running with it. They also life number 4s, because you got to break that 22 down. With that, they're very stable people. They're very dependable, solid, and they're very trustworthy people. With that, leaves us with life number 33. These people are very knowledgeable. They're vivid dreamers. They're very intense dreamers, actually. They do have a lot of visions. They're very sympathetic, and they do tend to use their emotions a lot. When you break that down, the 33 turns to 6, which is life number 6. They're very loving. They give the loving approach to a lot of things in life. They tend to think with their hearts a little bit more. Very humanitarian. You tend to see them volunteering, giving back to the people, the homeless. But they are very dominant people. They can very much be a lot of times set in their ways, but there's nothing wrong with that. Just got to balance that out and not use it to the extreme and not to use it to your advantage. You always got to be fair with everything in life. Give everything a fair approach. Never try to win one another on somebody or plot scheme, none of that. Don't ever do that, because like I said, at the end of the day, God's watching. So with that, I found my life number, and I looked a little more into that. It got me deep thinking. From that, I ended up finding out a lot of things. You find out things about yourself that you never knew, skills that you never had. You tend to venture out. So I do highly recommend, watching out for those signs, looking out for those synchronizing numbers. Like I say, you don't got to be religious, but when you start noticing and you start seeing the blessings, it tends to push you that way, just like it did me. Never read the Bible before. Now I'm reading the Bible. I'm learning, and as I'm learning, it's cool to get y'all to learn too. Give you some knowledge, give you some guidance. Maybe you're lost, maybe you're trapped, maybe you just need a friend. You can always hit me up. You can always hit me up on my email, and I'll go ahead and post that on the link description. Give me a like, please. That'd be really awesome. I'm new to this. I'm getting started with these videos and see where it goes. And with that being said, Godspeed. I just wish everybody the best. I want everybody to have that chance. I know that's what I wanted, that's what I needed. Now that I can say that I found myself, it feels good. I want to give back. I want to help others. I'll be posting out some other videos, some of the other things that I've learned. And as I'm learning, you're learning. We learn together. There's nothing wrong with that. We're supposed to be learning stuff every day anyways. But with that, peace, love.